everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Bao the Whale is a female VTuber who is out there, doing their best, doing what they can on all different social media platforms, and the reason why I mentioned this specifically is because she has been banned from one of them. She has been banned from TikTok. It says your account was permanently suspended. Your account was permanently banned because multiple policy violations, feedback, view details, download your data, all that kind of stuff. It is permanent as of now. So it got mass reported from that effing Aussie Jossie video. Don't know what Aussie Jossie is, but she got mass reported from one of her videos. How will I see your cursed repost now? Amelie has question marks. Vienna is wondering what the heck is going on. What on earth? No. What the F? Check guy is, all these things. All these big people like Code Miko is like, what? People just have no idea. TikTok is the worst when it comes to report bans. Happens all the time. They'll ignore the actual S breaking TOS, but let mass reports flag. Yeah, because TikTok, just like every other platform, does have actual mass, like, bad stuff on there, which is like actual, porn and things like that. They'll have those types of things there. But they will be fine with getting people like Bao banned for some sussy stuff and whatever you want to call it. It is weird, and I do hope that she gets it fixed, but for now, from what she's saying, it is a permanent ban. Today we're talking about Momo, which is a VTuber, a female English-speaking VTuber that used to be or was going to be a part of Vshojo at some point, but also is one of those that got screwed over, at least has mentioned it recently. And this is, of course, their most recent one. They are with Mythic Talent right now, so they do have someone supporting them and representing them when it comes to sponsors, so she's good there. But recently, she came out with this. She started her first, I cut into a little bit further in, she started her first couple of minutes mentioning, she was wondering that she found out about the NDAs, was wondering why the girls never spoke to her, and was wondering what was going on there. She felt that she was hated, or that she was not liked. She also mentioned at one point that they mentioned that she was in the Discord for like 30 minutes or so before they decided that she wasn't going to be a part of it. And, she's one of the people that spoke before about how the stuff with Vshojo never went through. Let's hear her a little bit more.
It's fucked up because you don't know, like, one of the most like fucked up parts of it is they told me that it was the talent. That the talent didn't feel comfortable with like bringing on more people, and that's like why they needed to reassess their business practices. So they like blamed it on the rest of the talent.
That is messed up. That's really messed up.
Yeah. So that sucked. They blamed the other talent and said that the other talent wasn't comfortable with how fast they were expanding and that they would have to delay. At first they told me they would have to delay my debut, and then about 5 months later they came to me and said, oh no, we're just gonna tell you to reapply. I love family bonds. Which is ridiculous because I never applied in the first place. They approached me. Oh god, okay, I need to stop talking about this. I don't know, it sucks to like feel like all of my friends at the time didn't want me to come into the thing they invited me to. And now I just like, I don't believe it. Like, now I don't believe that was actually what happened. There's just, like, it's like just, I don't know, reopening all this fucking shit, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm sorry.
It's horrible, man.
Sorry, guys.
They really messed things up. Really bad.
Oh, wait.
I love you. I love you. I know that you guys, like, I know that you guys love me. That's, like, I cherish you guys so much. It's just, it's a little different, because
it's painful.
At that time, like, I thought for that, like, all the time that when I was offered and all the time and everything we talked about and all the work I put into it, it just,
I definitely don't see it.
I felt like it was finally like it was finally time that, like, my family wouldn't have to struggle anymore. I'd worked, like, all of this had paid off, that everything I was doing was finally worth it. That my family wouldn't have to struggle and I could support them and I was gonna make it. Cause like that's just where I've come from, like.
Oh, there we go.
On top of my head.
Oh, okay.
I thought that it was gonna be finally, I don't know, Like, when I told my mom, it was just with such pride, and I was finally proud of myself, dude. It was so nice. And... And then it just...
Come on, canister.
Then it just went away. Not only did I feel the same way I felt before I was offered it, but... It was... worse.
There's no way. You go.
I just wanted it all to be over. Part of me wishes I was never even offered it. I don't want...
What's that luxury
the biggest thing out of it is I don't want money. I don't care about like the money that could have come from it. I just want my mental health back and my friends, and that's it.
And that's the part. I mean, for everybody, of course, the money helps. The money absolutely helps. But for people who were offered it, especially like Momo, it was basically a validation of all the hard work they had put through. A validation of every single bit that they spent, you know, hundreds of hours in, lots of hours, lots of time, lots of effort, lots of emotional, you know, stuff into, and emotional energy into, was finally paying off. And to be treated the way that she was, to be told the things that she was, and to be just kind of be tossed aside with lies and things like that, it hurts. It hurts. I don't know exactly how it would feel because, you know, I wasn't offered anything like that, but I can empathize with the situation. I would be in pain. I would absolutely hyperfixate on that. It would absolutely affect my mental health. Smaller things have affected my mental health. So my heart goes out to her, and I do hope that she can get that peace soon. She has wonderful people around her, but when you get hurt like that, it is really, really hard to see everything around you when you're in such pain. So I really do want her to heal properly. I do hope that she heals properly, and her community is going to be there for her, but it still hurts to see all this. Good Smile Company, a company that I have bought before, I have bought some stuff from before, is sending a notice to everybody that they are temporarily suspending all shipments to the United States due to the tariff situation. Of course, the tariff situation is that a lot of shipments, like from China, etc., where most of these things are made, anything that has an origination point from China, which usually happens when things get sent to the Good Smile Company, because like 90% of things are made in China, very few things are made outside of there, or in the Asia Pacific region. Either way, China, Asia, etc., have a lot of tariffs on them, and it does affect the pricing of things. So they are going to be stopping any and all shipments to the US, new shipments, anything that has been done for pre-sales before this announcement, you know, all that kind of stuff there is still going to be respected from what I gather here. And they're saying here, of course, affected regions, US only from the 28th of August, due to all that kind of stuff. But they are saying, anything shipments from our store also be temporarily suspended beginning the 27th. So anything before that, anything that's ordered before that will be respected, as they always do whenever this thing happens. And that's because the de minimis treatment is getting removed. De minimis meant that, like, if you're doing like less than like 300 or whatever it is worth of goods, you usually don't have a tariff added onto you. Now everything has a tariff added onto it. It could be $20, it could be $10. You're gonna get another $5 of tariffs on top of it. So it, you know, it cuts into their overhead, cuts into their profits. So of course they're gonna stop. It's understandable. I say profits, but I don't mean it in a mean, derogatory way. I just mean it that, you know, company has to look out for itself. So it's gonna be doing these things. I do hope that things change, and I do hope that this will become better in the future. Brave Group, which has bought a ton of different companies recently, a ton of different VTuber agencies. They are more like an umbrella corporation, as in putting everything under their umbrella. They used to be known as Unlimited Inc. They have a lot of current groups, which is A-Stars, Chroma Shift, Ijus, Enilis, Globy, Himehina, Kigen Show Records, Mugen Live, Mugen Show Records, Neoporte, Palette Project, Still Live, Uniraid, V4 Mirai, Vlash, Vspo, and all their other separate projects there, and Uminos. So all of those are the ones that they had. They used to have different people here, etc. but they have gotten a lot. And by doing that, they have now put themselves in a deficit. That means they owe money. They spent more money than they have. Capital reduced by 1233 million. Capital reserve by JP 400 million yen. So their reserves are dropped by about $4 million. And they are, they're also dropped to about $100 million. The capital has been reduced, which is like the income and stuff like that. They reserve by about $4 million. They are cutting back on the capital, according to the decreasing capital reserve amounts. That's something that they put out for the Japanese stock market. It reduced by 1233 million yen, and capital reserve by 400 million yen last year. Cut our capital at this time. Related articles. Companies developing a conglomerate management that develops multifaceted businesses such as IP, platform, esports, XR, DX, incubation, and other multifaceted businesses. Like I said, they did a lot with VTubers. They did a lot with that type of stuff. So that is, of course, something that is going to hit them hard. Company also posted financial results. Loss widened, saying that the final loss for fiscal year ended September 2024 was 2165 million yen. So their full-on loss, the loss that they're putting on the books, is 2 billion yen, which is about 150 to 200 million dollars, US dollars. Previous fiscal year was 884 million yen. So they've been working on a loss because they've been getting more and more and more acquisitions, which will, of course, do that to you. The more you acquire, the more money you're spending to get those companies, the more loss you have. You hope that in the future, it will, at the end of it all, you will get benefits, but you don't know until it happens. So it's very risky, but just want to give you guys a bit of an update on Brave Group, who has all those different groups that you may love and enjoy. This is the biggest acquisition of Mythic Talent, the biggest announcement you will ever hear on any channel of the year, of the decade, of the century. They have acquired a new printer. It's going to be part of their organization, being put to work in the mines. They will slave away day in and day out, printing hundreds of pages to thousands of pages, but that is what they're there for. They are a wage slave, as they should be. That is what I wanted to show you guys, because I knew this is exactly what you guys were waiting for. You guys were bugging me for months about this, and now we finally have it. The news we all wanted. But I need to get the name correctly. It's the LaserJet Pro M140W. Got to get it correctly, because if not, I'm going to get canceled for that. Mythos, or Mythos HQ, is the VTuber agency Mythos, the one who gender bends their gods and goddesses. The goddesses tend to be male VTubers, and the gods tend to be female VTubers. Not all the time, but a lot of the time they end up being that way. So why am I talking about them? We have the biggest news in history of Mythos. They are going to be having their first ever VTuber auditions, or at least they have had it. And that was on August 16th. And on the 23rd, they said 7 days left until the auditions. So it's going to be happening sometime in September. They're going to be starting out. It will be the wave of goddesses. So I hope I'm understanding this correctly. It could be Greek Roman goddesses, and it's going to be males taking part in it. Or it could be male gods turned into goddesses, and it's actually a female generation. It's hard to know, because it could go either way. But this looks like male gods turn into female goddesses just by the shape itself, but it could be a male as well. We do not know. Actually, Palm, a lot of other people are very excited, and I did want to put this out there because even though, even if I try, I probably won't be able to get into it. You never know, but it's good to try. It's good to try your stuff. It's good to see what happens and if you can make it in there. Tori Oriane is someone who was a VTuber that was going to be a part of Vshojo, the Beasties generation that they took themselves now, and they took the name and they used it themselves because Vshojo pretty much screwed them over. Now they are an independent VTuber in that group of Beasties. They are with, Berrybug and others, PFUFO, who are going to be a part of that. The reason why I'm talking about Tori Oriane today is that she did her debut, her 2.0 debut recently, and I did want to cover it because, of course, like I said, she was a part of the Vshojo Ghost generation, the generation that never came to be. So here we go. Here's a look at her new form, and of course, I'm going to have a little bit of her talking and saying stuff like that. We're going to be skipping through a bit, but let's take a look.
Know what I did in between? I made coffee in between streams because for my second meet and greet, I was in Illinois.
And actually, let's take a look at her the new debut here. I was looking at the debut
You
2.0 before.
You feel yourself in a trance-like state. Your legs seem to
So she starts out with a bit of lore of you.
We have
Be here.
sunscreen. Lots of sunscreen. Extra sunscreen. But while you look over that contract and sign it, because I can't have you on my ferry boat unless you sign it. I'm actually gonna go ahead and step out of the ferry really quickly, like floating
then-
in the river Styx.
I don't know why it was the way it was there, but let's just discontinue.
So I managed to make some nice.
Oh, here's a long contract you have to sign. This is actually just, I'm not sure, it's not necessarily gibberish, but it's almost like a fanfic written here. If you take a look at it, if you'd like to take a look at a video and everything, it looks like a fanfic type thing, whatever. And then you sign something at the bottom, giving away your life. So there's her full look
More
here.
water and rocks. But you know what? Okay, let's be so for real. I know why you guys are here, you freaks. You want to look at me, your guide. Thing that's like choosing to be
Of course
invisible
she's
right now.
showing the thighs.
Ooh, the magic of the underworld never ceases to amaze me. That's okay. But here's the skirt. Oh, so flowy. Oh, so.
Showing other parts of the
we can move
skirt,
up a little bit.
the hands,
To
the tummy.
what I'm sure you're all super excited about. The bow.
The bow is what everyone's
we're
excited
just
about. Yes.
admiring
The bow.
pretty art. Yes.
Yes, admire the bow. The bow is all we're looking at. The bow is what we want.
Wow. My side.
She has a
Isn't it
scythe,
so
which is
cool?
awesome.
Yeah, it does.
And of course, we're going to take a look at other things. You know, she just has her showing off her about her, the likes, dislikes, and continuing on with, talking about the likes and dislikes, so that can be a while. Content plans, things that she plans to do in the future. As you can see there, video essays, beasties content, that type of thing. Goals, 3D debut, build positive community, which are very, very good goals. Move out, like moving out of where she's at. Here is her ref sheet that you can see with the colors, everything else there to show it off and to show off a little bit of what she does. And also you have her info, as well as the info of like other things that she's going to be doing, whether it be, merch or other projects he has. Credits of everyone who was a part of this specific debut were also added in there. It's great to see people adding these things in here, and I know she's going to be doing great for herself in the future. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is because I want it to be a wonderful place for VTubers, a place where we can all shine and be great. So today we're talking about Linthiel, VTuber, a silly gamer who wanted to be an anime. They are the 3D, their regular stuff there is there. Let's take a look at their about section of their Twitch. It says a silly gamer who wanted to be anime. Let's take a look at one of their videos as well. Something that was done recently, as of recently, well, several months ago, but here we go.
Yep, this is it. This is the end.
Oof. Project Zomboid is a tough one. It's a rough one.
1 month and 5 days. You killed 332.
Oof. That is very much an oof. It sucks when you have those situations. Survived for 36 days at least. So here we go. Linthiel this is their YouTube side. I always try to show their YouTube when I see it. And thank you so very much for allowing me to showcase you on my channel, and I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.